he was quick to confirm that he and President Bush has already agreed to create a common currency, the Amero, and that the North American Union is inevitable. Just east of Austin, Texas, the Trans-NAFTA Highway is being constructed that will stretch from southern Mexico through the U.S., ending in northern Canada. But you listen to the spin doctors and everything on TV saying, oh, this isn't true. These are free trade agreements. These people are paranoid and stuff. But that's not true. They're reading off a prompter, especially in the media, and the other ones are being controlled by think tanks. Now, if you look at the European model and how they brought about the European Union over in Europe, you can see that what happened over there is happening over here. It's being set up by the same course of events. You understand what I'm saying? And anybody who, like myself, who have been watching this and studying this for years, can see that pretty clearly. Although others who don't really know too much about what's going on, they can't see it too clearly, and they are quick to accept the propaganda and the rhetoric that is being spewed to them through magazines, the television, you know what I mean? The curriculum that's being taught, you know, the memos that are being put down, the ideas that are just being regurgitated through this means of manipulation. You know, it's a pretty sad course for human history, because what's over there is nothing but pure tyranny. It was 23, but I think I have a report here. It says 27 nations now are being taken over by total dictatorship. And they are being run by unelected officials who will do whatever they want to whoever they want, and people of these nations have no say in who their leaders are or what their leaders are able to do to them. That is called dictatorship. It's total tyranny. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what's coming here to America. That's what's being set up right now. And in fact, you know, the administration says it's just above the law. And it doesn't matter what the people want or what Congress says. They're going to go ahead and do what they want anyway. Okay, they're thumbing their nose up to the American people. This is treason. This is total treason. I mean, they took an oath to protect and uphold our Constitution, and they're doing nothing but wiping their asses with it. And that is a total abomination. And I'll tell you what, it really ticks me off. And what saddens me is the mass of the amount of people in America that just sit there and let this go on, and they want to stay dumbed down, and they want to stay ignorant to these facts, and thumb their nose at people like myself, when we're just trying to save our country and alert others of what's happening. And I think it's a total rotten shame of what this country has come to. And you can tell the people who listen to the neocon fascists, because their views have become fascist too. You know, they're like, yeah, throw the 11-year-old in prison. Torture is good. Oh, shut up. 9/11 wasn't an inside job. What, you don't support the troops? How come you don't support the troops? If you're, you know, if anybody who's against the war all of a sudden doesn't support the troops and are aiding and abetting terrorists. You see what I mean, this way of thinking? And this is all coming through multi-corporations, multinational corporations. You know, the politicians have sold out to these foreign nationals. I've just about had enough of it. And that's why I'm doing the show. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing, to try to alert others of this tyranny that's taking place right before our very eyes. And if you go to the Council on Foreign Relations website, and you go to the SPP.org, Security for Prosperity and Partnership website, you will see that not only do they confirm what's going on, but they got their own spin saying, oh, this is good. This is what needs to be done. The SPP.org says, oh, yeah, there's a lot of people out there saying that, you know, this is leading to a North American Union. It is not. It's all about free trade. That is the biggest crock of crap that I ever heard. Meanwhile, they're saying that to fool you, because when you go, you know, investigating it, you just go right to the government source. You go right to propaganda mechanics. You listen to what Fox News and ABC is telling you. Now think about this, okay? I'm warning you that the media, the government, and corporations are deceiving you, and that you need to research this and take a look at it. But where do you go to research it? You go right to the media, you go right to the corporations and websites, and you go right to the government documents. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you look far enough in certain government documents, you will see that they admit this stuff, okay? But they know that 60% of Americans last year did not read one single book. They know you don't read. They know that your attention span is reduced to a very minimum through this, they're putting stuff in the water. We're going to get to that later on in the show. But they're dumbing you down through food, water, through the propagandized controlled media. I mean, they're pretty much coming at us in every which way you can think of, okay? And it's working, obviously, because you go to the mall or you go to Walmart or something and you look around, it's like watching zombies walk around. They, everything's all honky-dory. I'm buying a bunch of stuff from China that I really don't need. Meanwhile, our economy's going down the tubes, and our country's being sold out to corporatism. You see what I'm saying? Oh, and if you tell me that, I'm just going to laugh at you, because what you're saying is so far out of what I think reality is. Well, your reality is coming through a television set. You understand what I'm saying? And you're not going to get any truth there. You're not going to get anything out of there except the same old rhetoric. And I have the website up where I make it pretty easy for you to go and look at all this stuff yourself. Alternative media, people who are actually doing research, real reporters that are actually reporting what's actually going on and not trying to teach you how to bake a cake. Okay, or what's so cool, for the next fashion, or who's going to win American Idol. See, people like myself, I don't care about that stuff. What I care about is what's real, what's really happening with this country, what direction we're really heading into. And out of the Web Times, March 24th, 2008, first the euro, now the Amero. Will the dollar be eliminated? When one talks about the potential North American Union, the NAFTA superhighway, the Amero, and such, most Americans look at them with glazed over eyes as if they were nutcases. Not that this is anything new, but there is some bad stuff coming down the highway, and Americans had best awaken to their awful state of affairs. Sometimes we can learn from what others from outside our country are saying to get a better picture of the future. And then they talk about how Vicente Fox admitted this on Larry King,